Online commerce on a day when the latest jobs numbers paint a depressing picture of a struggling economy. But for some people, there's one avenue at least that still seems to intersect with Easy Street, and that's the auction website eBay. The site has moved far beyond its early incarnation as something of a sprawling online rummage sale, and it's become a slick $8.7 billion market outlet for sellers who've built their own businesses one mouse click at a time. John Donvan has our report.
All of this is listed. It's on the eBay site right now, all for sale. We moved from a 5,000 square foot space to now a 12,000 square foot space.
Wow. And so it was that a one-time lawyer turned stay-at-home mother named Linda Lightman came to be running in Pennsylvania a full-time consignment clothing operation.
This is the photo room. I used to go outside though, because when I started I didn't really know how to use a digital camera. This is our shoe room. Shoes are put away by designer or size. This is the shipping room. Boxes come in and then they get inventoried.
This you used to do yourself?
I was
what all these people are doing?
a one-woman show.
So all of them used to be just you, probably in your living room or basement or something like that?
The entire house by the time I was done. And when I started...
How long ago?
10 years ago when eBay was so new. So I've grown up with eBay.
Hello everybody! Welcome to our 15th birthday party. How about that? How about that?
And on the day they celebrated 15 years in business in San Jose, the real celebration was not for the suits, but for all the Lindas out there, all the mom and pop moguls who have made eBay what it really is today.
Hey Tony, how are you? How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
And eBay CEO John Donahoe, he knows a lot of them personally.
My two favorites here. So what's going on?
And makes a point of getting to know the rest.
What do you sell?
Treasures. Computer software.
Collectibles. Custom rhinestone apparel.
Because when they're gathered all together in this place, it strikes you that eBay, one of the great pioneers of cyber commerce, actually has made its billions with the resurrection of something quite old in American life. So old, it had all but faded from the American dream.
Second generation, this is my daughter.
Oh, hey!
She's grown up watching me and she's doing her own now.
So what are you selling?
Clothing.
And that something old is the family business, which at one time dominated the geography of American retail. Family-owned pet stores and bookshops and furniture sellers and roadside hamburger joints. You could make a decent living selling to your near neighbors. You, Mom, and you, Pop. Then what happened?
You know, in the 80s and 90s, large retailers grew in scale and in essence pushed the little guy off Main Street.
Then eBay came along and gave the little guy one more chance.
eBay was the first place where all of a sudden the little guy, whether they're in a rural location or an urban location, if they were creative, entrepreneurial, could start a business.
That's right. If you still think of eBay as simply a website for collectors of Star Wars memorabilia or specialty ceramics trading stuff via online auction, you are about a dozen years out of date and way behind a startling statistic.
Our latest analysis shows that over 1 million people, roughly 1.4 million people, make their primary or secondary living on eBay.
You're the solution to the unemployment problem.
Well, okay, mark that remark exaggeration.
Thank you for calling eBay.
But it is a fact that lots of people out there have found the keys to economic survival and the satisfaction of being their own bosses by mastering the merchandising mechanics of eBay.
We take pictures of the label, of the front, of the zipper.
Which brings us back to Linda. For her, it started accidentally. Her kids had some old video games they wanted to sell.
My son said, wait, there's this thing called eBay. Let's see if we could take photos of them and put them up. And we did. We got $20, $50.
And from that, she built a little empire called Linda's Stuff. She's on track to bring in $7 million in sales this year, which is more than double what she made in 2007.
How many people are you employing here?
56. 2 years ago, we probably had 25.
Wow, you're the solution to the recession.
Oops, overstating things again, but it is a question of real possibilities.
How much of this really is anybody could do it?
I think anybody could do it.
You really do?
I do. I think anyone could do it. It's a great way to make money. I think I do it better. I really do, because I work really hard. I was a lawyer, as you know, before this. I am putting in more hours here than I ever did as an attorney.
Which is more satisfying? I know the answer.
This, hands down.
Yeah.
I feel like this has enabled me to reinvent myself.
Or in rural Maryland to sell skis. This is Chris Chapman's eBay business, housed in a 35,000 square foot former tobacco warehouse. He used to work behind the counter in a ski shop, but look at this place.
Chris, how many sets of skis do you have at the moment here?
Right now, about 7,000 pairs.
And you've got boots?
Boots, skis, snowboards.
Chapman's business, it's called Snow Sport Deals, is about reselling used skis and boots.
My bread and butter is used skis, demos, rentals, all different levels.
He brought in $1.3 million in sales last year alone.
This is one of my skis for sale right now. eBay is such a good tool, and it allowed me to have access to all these people around the country.
Chapman also sells a lot of his skis through a competitor site, Amazon.com, and in fact that's fairly common. A few years back there was a growing sense that eBay wasn't quite so special anymore.
As where eBay may have been the only alternative in the late 90s, there were lots of alternatives in the first part of the 2000s. And so what we've been doing is taking this core value and updating and enhancing the user experience so that it's contemporary and very innovative in today's internet. So this is our iPhone application. 11 million people have downloaded it.
Indeed, it seems to be working for eBay. Full year revenues hit $8.7 billion last year. And the company is now attracting bigwigs like fashion designer Norma Kamali.
This is one of our eBay standard styles. It's called the all-in-one gown.
The point being, she is not selling used clothing. This is straight out of the design studio. In fact, about 70% of the goods now sold on eBay are brand new.
Even though the old idea of eBay is resell and kind of re-ticket and resell, here you start with an original that you can only get on eBay. It's a great opportunity for anyone who's been in the business as long as I have, or a new designer who's trying to start a career on a shoestring.
She is way past mom and pop, but still, that they could pack a party with people who started small, and some of these people are now millionaires.
Big feet here. He sells big shoes.
eBay makes it about any retail business you choose.
John, somebody who's never been anything but an employee might be hearing you say, oh, you can start up a business on eBay. That has to seem scary. What do you say to somebody like that?
Find someone that's doing it. eBay sellers will help other eBay sellers. That's one of the wonderful parts of the community.
And who knows, maybe when eBay turns 20, you'll be at the party too.
That's where you'll find me, parked in front of my eBay screen, and I will be...
I'm John Donvan for Nightline in San Jose, California.